what is up? What's going on? Getting ready to leave out of the supermarket parking lot. I had to stop and get me some tomatoes and some lettuce. Gonna make me some steakums tonight with some onions on it. Oh man, today's topic, today's lesson is not really a lesson. It is a topic that I want to touch on. I was a CNA for one day, and I will never, I will never, ever do it again. Shout out to you for coming through. My name is Ivan. I'm a physical therapist assistant, 15 years, been in the game, working primarily in nursing homes. So if you're new here, I tell stories. I talk about lessons learned from working with the older population. Sometimes I just reflect on my day that I had just at work, and I make these YouTube videos as soon as I get off of work. So when something's fresh on my mind from work, I hop in this car, I turn on this DJI Osmo Pocket 3, probably the best vlogging camera ever made. I'm into cameras, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you, I get a lot of people who ask me about what kind of camera I use. I'm gonna make a whole video on this thing right here. There's probably a million videos on it on YouTube, but I'm gonna specifically talk about how perfect it is for car vlogging. It's perfect. It tracks your face back and forth. If you're moving, if you're doing something, boom, boom, boom. This thing is perfect for car vlogging. And you can just sit it right up on your dashboard. I got a little accessory that I bought that has a magnetic back. Oh, I'm gonna make a video about it. Whatever. Let's talk about CNAs. First off, y'all, shout out to all the CNAs across the globe, across the United States. We can't do nothing without y'all. Y'all make the world go round. Y'all make people's lives better. Y'all help so much. I don't know how y'all do it. Let me break it down. Now, during the COVID pandemic and right after COVID, there was a lot of healthcare workers who said, I am done, I am leaving, I can't do this, it's not worth me risking my life, I am out the game, I'm gonna go do something else. And, shout out to them. I hope they did okay in leaving the healthcare field. But because that happened, there was a major shortage of healthcare workers. And CNA, certified nurses assistants, particularly the ones who work in nursing homes, their hit was tremendous. I worked at a few healthcare facilities, a few nursing homes in the state of Delaware and Maryland, where they had to call in the National Guard. I mean, they were sending young guys in to be CNAs to help out. That's how bad it was. The temp agencies was going crazy. Everybody was coming through agency. There was a lot of PRNing going on. There was a lot of aides who were just, working a few days here and there. It totally changed the landscape of the CNA world and the GNA world. I think they call them GNAs in Maryland, geriatric nurses assistants at the nursing homes, but we call them CNAs in the state of Delaware, certified nurses assistant, okay? I'm telling you, the stuff that they do on a regular basis for your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa, your loved ones who are in these facilities, the ones that are living long term, when I tell you they are their family, they are their family. They are their new family. When the family members stop visiting and start visiting maybe once a month, because everybody's busy, the CNAs, and also therapy, but nothing like the CNA's relationship. The CNAs and GNAs become like family. I'm talking family. You have no idea what they do for your loved ones. I mean, no idea. Now, during that COVID time, there was a big shortage. And in the nursing homes, you have a therapy team, okay? You might have 8 to 10 therapists, occupational therapy, physical therapy. And there was one place I worked at, decided to provide an incentive for therapists. They had an offer we are so desperate with CNAs. If you decide to help us out in the CNA department, the CNA duties, we will give you a gift card and we will also pay you, was it overtime? I can't remember. I think it was your regular pay, but you got to do CNA, you got to help out the CNAs. You basically had to be a CNA for a day and you would get a gift card. Needless to say, I saw the need for help, so I raised my hand. You know what? I will pick up a Saturday and I'm gonna help support my CNAs because I can't do anything without them. They literally, you can't do anything without them as far as therapy goes. They get your people up, they get your people dressed, get them washed and clean and ready for therapy. You need them. I mean, you really need them. So I decided to be a CNA. Hey, let me help out. I can do this. What do I have to do? I have to help people get out of bed, help them in the bathroom, pass tray tables out. What? No problem. I can do that. This is not a hard thing to do. I watch them from time to time. I know what's up. Whoa, man. I did not know. I had no idea. I was not ready. When I tell you it's probably the hardest I've ever worked in my 44 years of living, one day as a CNA. What you gotta understand is the older people who are long-term in the nursing home, a lot of them actually take advantage of the CNAs. What do you mean take advantage of them? Well, they understand their role. They know what they're there for. They know that they're there to help, so a lot of people take advantage of that help. What I mean by that is they get them to do things that they otherwise could do for themselves. That happens a lot. And I witnessed that when I became a CNA that day. I'm passing out tray tables in the morning, you know, making sure everybody has their breakfast. I am getting call bells go off. I'm talking people will hit their call bell. People will hit their call bell to get you to reach something that's on their bed when they sit in their wheelchair. They can reach it, or they can grab their reacher. They will get you to reach something, reach the remote. They will hit their call bell for 2 packets of sugar. They will hit their call bell for, I don't know, the coffee's not hot enough. Their food needs to be warmed up. I'm talking, this happens all morning. The one day that I did it. I don't know if this happens all the time, but it's to a degree, it's a little, you taking advantage of them with some of the stuff. Some of the stuff, yes, you need help. If you need help in the bathroom, yeah, I get that. But for a lot of things, there's a lot of things that a person can do that they'll just assume or they'll just rely on a CNA to do. And this is what I'm talking about, how shout out to them. They got a hard job, man, because they are tasked with answering these call bells. And a lot of times it's for things that are not really needed. And then you get the patients who actually just like ringing their call bell. I've met a few patients, as I drink my coconut water, I've met a few patients who have actually said they will hit the call bell just to mess with them because they're quote unquote not doing anything. They don't think the CNAs are working, so they'll hit their call bell to give them something to do. What? I'm serious. As therapy, I've had patients tell me this stuff. Man, I'm answering bells, I'm running back and forth. This is the morning rush. And my CNA friends, they told me, they say, it's just like this in the morning, it's gonna calm down. Well, it didn't calm down that day. After the morning rush, there was people, because, I mean, when you're eating breakfast, you know what comes soon, right after breakfast, the bathroom. Now, when you're in the bathroom with patients, they expect you to do things that they can do for themselves, like wipe themselves. Can you get there? Can you get it? I can't get up in there. Like a patient will tell you, go on, get up in there. I had a guy tell me that, yes, you will wipe a booty as a therapist. If you work in a nursing home and you're a therapist, I don't care if you're occupational, probably not speech therapy. Probably not speech. They can get away with this. But if you're occupational, if you're physical therapy, there's a solid chance, there's like a 99.7% chance you will wipe a booty in your time. You will wipe a booty or two during your career as a therapist. Yes, it all happens. Patients poop on us in the gym. Things happen. You're dealing with incontinence. You will have to wipe a booty. But CNAs, they got to do a lot more than just wipe booties, yo. A lot more. Remember what I just said, incontinence. That means when a patient has a blowout, when a patient just soils himself, you not only have to wipe a booty, you have to clean the whole body. I'm talking wash and clean and new diapers and new briefs. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. Shout out to the CNAs. Shout out to the certified nurses assistants. Shout out to the geriatric nurses assistants. This video is for y'all, yo. We cannot do anything without y'all. I witnessed one CNA walkout at a facility I worked at. I ain't gonna name the facility, but the CNAs walked out. They were understaffed. They weren't getting any help from the nurses. The higher ups were expecting them to do more with less, so they staged a walkout. I witnessed that one time. It was very interesting. And the news paper came, and they were interviewing the patients, and the patients were complaining about the lack of care. And you know, the patients even were saying that the CNAs are overworked and they don't have enough of them. You know, they're doing too much with not enough staff. So the patients were, you know, standing up for them. And shout out to them for doing that. But yeah, man, the CNAs work, man. And I'm talking throughout the day. You have to wash people who, you know, are in vegetative states, which means you have to do a lot of rolling, pushing, tugging, lifting up in the bed. Shout out to all the CNAs walking around 23 years old with herniated discs in their back, 30 years old with arthritic shoulders, man, because all the pulling and tugging and lifting they got to do. Shout out to the CNAs, man. This video, this is for y'all. I hope there's a CNA out there that will see this video and understand how much I appreciate you. You know, I know sometimes you don't feel appreciated, but man, when I tell you therapy appreciates you, we appreciate you. So my day that day, man, that was probably the hardest I've ever worked. I wiped a few booties. I got dentures. Had to put in hearing aids. I don't know how to put in hearing aids. I was not expecting to have to do so much, but I saw what it's like from their perspective, the CNAs. And shout out to the magic trick that y'all can do. If you're a CNA out there, let me know if you know this magic trick. And that trick is putting a pull-up on a patient without taking their pants off. What do I mean? I know that was just a crazy illustration, but I have been in the bathroom with a CNA, and there has been a man on the toilet or a woman on the toilet, and their pants are down around their ankles. I'm talking down around their ankles with their shoes on. But if it's like jeans, that's a little too hard to get off just to put a new pull-up on. So I have witnessed CNAs do this magic trick, and I'm still amazed at how they do it. They can take a pull-up and put it on one leg some kind of way and pull it through the pants, and then take it and put the next hole under the foot and get it on the person without taking their shoes, without taking their jeans off. It's amazing. I'm still baffled as to how they do it. Let me know if you know this little trick. They got so many little tricks because they've been doing it for so long. There's the rolling trick when you got to get a pad under a patient. They got this little thing that they do where they roll the pad up and tuck it to one side and then roll the patient to pull it out. And then the new one, they roll it to tuck. Oh, they just got so many little tricks that I was not aware of, but I learned that day. I learned about all the tricks, and I also learned that they need razors, all of them, every last one of them. Because man, the stuff that they do for your people, I'm telling you, man. If you got a relative in a nursing home and you go visit that relative, what I want you to do is I just want you to stop and ask for the CNAs and just thank them. You know, if you're feeling really good, bring them in some cookies or something, some Dunkin' Donuts, order them pizza, do something. Stop at Tropical Smoothie. Get them all smoothies. They love that. But I'm telling you, yo, those CNAs be killing it, man. They are so valuable. Like, the nursing home cannot operate without them. The nursing home can operate without a few people. Just to be real. There's a few people that a nursing home can completely operate without. CNAs is probably the last of those people. CNAs is probably the main people that are needed in a nursing home. You know that? Shout out to the CNAs. Needless to say, that day did not go good. That gift card was not worth it. And I don't see how they do it, but they do it. I swear they do it, man. But that day, man, I was tired. My back was hurting. I had to run back and forth answering bells, turning off bells, trays, passing out trays, getting people on the toilet, helping clean up blowouts. Oh my goodness. And it was one time I was helping a CNA. This was besides this day. This is another day. I was helping a CNA clean somebody when they was in the bed and I needed them up for therapy. So they're in the bed and the CNA had to roll them to change them. And when the CNA rolled them and pulled the brief down to change this person, I swear, I've never seen this. I've seen this in movies. Never seen it in real life. A projectile shot out of that person's butt towards the foot of the bed. A projectile shot out of this person's booty towards the foot of the bed. I've never seen it shoot like that. It shot. I about ran out that room. CNA was laughing at me. I about ran out that room like, yo, what? But yes, this is some of the stuff that CNA's got to deal with. And they make it all work. They clean it all up. They make it all work. And like I said, these patients become like family to them. Family. So, what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is CNAs are definitely underpaid. CNAs should be more appreciated. You should appreciate them. If your loved ones are in nursing homes or if you're in a nursing home, show the CNAs some love, you know? Just let them know how much you appreciate them. I try to do that myself. Oh, man. But yeah, that's my story for the day. The day I was a CNA, it was not a good day. It was not a good day. Let's just leave it at that. But I really do appreciate my CNAs and GNAs all across the globe. Can't do it without y'all. All right, y'all. Y'all know the drill. I'm going to keep my eyes on the road so I can head home nice and safe. Y'all make sure y'all respect your elders and be cool. I will holler at y'all in the next video.